Welcome everybody. This is CBSI presents Tales from FlipSide special edition number 69. Yeah, buddy. I'm Dino, Forgotten 5 Comics, comicbookinvest.com for all your comic book speculation needs. CBSI swag for all your nice get up when you go to cons. We'll talk about that later on. We're going to talk about Mezco. We're going to talk about statues today.
Not statues, action figures.
Okay, I'm sorry. Action figures. Boys, introduce yourselves.
Hey, P-Dubs here. I'm not dressed as Paul Thorbowski, but I do have a glass to represent him.
Jesus.
That's all I got.
Things are going to get interesting.
Yep.
This is Scotty Too Hotty coming in from Philly. Finally getting some nice weather. Was able to get out, hit the sticks this weekend. Nice.
What'd you shoot, man?
91.
Ooh. Well, not bad for first time.
This is Brian McClay, and the only reason I'm here tonight is to hope some of Ben's karma rubs off on me.
This is John Z, and I too am in awe of Stein again. I've got nothing worth contributing.
All hail the master.
And it's Ben S, and unfortunately I'm not going to be showing very many of my pickups this week, but I have recorded a video for the CBSI FlipSide channel, so you can check out the full run on there.
I might do a video too in the next week or two from our CGC pickups that we just submitted.
Yeah.
So
CGC and cats.
Yeah, maybe CGC and cats. I don't. Well, the cats will love the box, so that might be.
Yeah.
So that goes. I'm not so sure. We're gonna start like we start everyone with pickups. So, who wants to go first? I'm going last.
I've got nothing this week, so
Okay.
I can go.
Okay.
I honestly don't have a lot of my own stuff. I did get a small CGC order that I was bitching about a couple weeks ago, and their slow check-in times. It was 3 books, and only one was mine. I had a couple for Ozzy, who actually stole the show, but I did submit one that I was happy with. Got a Hawkman 4 9.0.
Nice.
It was one I bought on eBay that was advertised as 9.2. Got it. It had some sun fading dust lines, and I just never sure how they'd grade it, so got a 9.0. I was very happy. Tough damn book in that kind of grade. Ozzy submitted 2 books that he did pretty well on. Big Leg did press all of these. You got a Hulk 181 6.0.
Ooh,
All right.
I had
some heat right there.
I had bought this at a con from a guy selling to vendors and priced it at a 5.5, so did pretty well on it. Traded it to him. He got it graded just now, so he was pretty happy with that. But pretty spot on the grade. And then this one, a couple of you saw it at IndieCon, but he submitted a Fantastic Four number 5, First Doom. Got a 4.0, but this thing just presents beautifully.
I tried to snag that from him. I asked him like 4 times during that con. I'm like, you sure you don't want to get rid of that thing?
I mean, it's got some flaws, but none of it is really hitting.
Oh, it's beautiful, dude.
I mean, it is. I mean, it looks like a 6 at least. It is a beautiful book. It's just
gorgeous.
It's got some low hanging defects. Some of the stuff just not real visual. And I picked up one eBay. I upgraded and got a 9.8 of Ye Old Lore of Yore. We talked about it before, just the first appearance of Cursed Pirate Girl. So
cool.
One of those random books that I've been looking for. And that's it.
Nice.
Cool.
Oh, that's it?
That's it. Most of them aren't mine. So, and Ozzy was just like, there's no pickups page, and he doesn't understand MeWe, so it's not our fault. He's just computer inept.
And Mike's on the chat right now. That's a crown jewel of his collection. I don't blame you. That Fantastic Four 5 is such a hard book to find, and like it's crazy. It's going bananas. So
Did you guys see? I don't know if I think it was. It might have been on our Facebook page. Somebody posted a Fantastic Four 5 that they had a sketch drawn on it this year.
Oh God.
Yeah, of Doctor Doom.
Oh, why would you? Who? Why?
I don't know. It was like the whole. It was like the whole bottom half in that open area.
stay
What
tuned.
What artist says, yeah, I'll draw on that book?
I can't remember who. I can't remember who the artist was. It may have been
Probably Greg Horn.
but yeah, I saw it. And
What was that? Was that today?
I don't know.
I
Maybe
didn't see
yesterday.
I might have
I got
banned
two.
them because I couldn't take a look at it.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was.
Stay tuned for the rest of the show where we have Scotty look through our Facebook page and go bananas. Oh, it's gonna be funny.
We'll be quickly non PG-13.
Yeah, no. We'll have to do that after our show.
I
Oh,
got,
hey,
I'll go next.
You want to go next?
Yep.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
All right. Just two quick ones. I got myself a Detective Comics 1000 Ross variant.
Oh, wow.
nice.
Yeah. A seller sent me an offer on a book I was watching. I was like, yeah, screw it, why not?
Oh, so somebody actually buys those.
Yeah, I mean, it was like $25 off his listing price at $30. So I was like, screw it.
Yeah, I send them all the time. I haven't got any bites.
And then the second one is you guys were talking about this book before, the hack and slash Earth Freezing variant.
Yep.
Yeah, Dino sent me a link. This is actually from your boy George, John.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we have a fan on eBay, so that was kind of funny.
Cool.
Nice.
Recognized my name, and I was like, "You from FlipSide?" Yep. So, really happy to have this.
Cool.
I don't know how many of these are there. Can't be many, right?
Not many, dude. I mean, I don't know the exact number.
They're starting to jump all over the market now that they're getting a little bit of love, I think, because I've seen more on eBay in the last 4 months than I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I guess I'll wait. I'll wait until Motor City, but I got a freezing story, so it's interesting.
And that's it for me.
Awesome.
I just have two Raws.
Okay.
Some Mortal Kombat rumors were going around, so I picked up this Malibu #0 for cheap. Figure why
That's
not?
cool.
Something a little neat. And then picked up one of the Dr. Voodoo variants. And going around. I don't think I showed one off last week. I don't remember. But that's all I got. Just a couple. Got to go slow with those slabs rolling in. I don't make Dino money.
Yeah, that's what we do out here. I'll go. Everybody else good, right?
Here I'll just throw a couple that I didn't put on the video that are not related to a haul. But I mentioned last week I had a couple CGC books coming in.
There's a sneak preview of your video.
Yeah, those three right there.
Nothing good.
No big deal.
No big books are. But I actually made 2 purchases off eBay, which I never do. In fact, this is the first 2 books I bought off eBay all year. I bought an Infamous Iron Man #1 we talked about last week with the first appearance of AI Tony Stark. And I like this one because it's got the cool Iron Man
That's what I'm going to say. Is
label.
That the label, Iron Man label?
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then I also bought a Lady Killer #1, 9/8.
It's a nice cover.
That is a cool cover. I like that cover, actually.
Yeah. So, and then I finally got my 2 autograph books in from, or did I show these last week? The autograph?
I don't think so.
Yeah, these are 2 I got signed at C2E2. So I got Philip Chung gave me a free Paul Rudd signing, so I was able to get Paul Rudd signed 9/8. I just got it on a blank, but so
I forged his name pretty well, don't I?
Yeah, you did a great job.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, and he charges $150 an autograph, so it's not cheap at all. But
The celebrities are all pretty high.
yeah, and
Game money, you know.
yeah, and then I got a Frizen on it, the Detective Comics,
Yeah, that's my favorite.
and it got a 9.8. So the Detective Comics 40 variant.
Nice.
Yeah, and I had her sign it in blue because I thought it kind of was kind of opposite of the pink or the reddish color that she had.
Yeah.
So I thought it was kind of cool looking. But anyways, if you want to see the rest of my pickups, like I said, check out our channel, like and subscribe it, so that way you can see all the cool stuff that we do.
Cool. So I went to Motor City Comicon. I went to Motor City Comicon this weekend. It was a 3-day event, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I went Sunday. I didn't actually get to go Friday, Saturday. I'll talk more about this out after the after my pickups. So, what's this, Paul? Paul knows about this. Halloween. What is it?
It was Halloween 2, the Blackest Eyes, number 1B Virgin variant. I couldn't find it.
Yep.
So,
I think it was like the guy was telling me it was like 200 printed or 300 printed. So, my girlfriend's really into horror, so she's like Jason Voorhees and Freddy and Michael Myers and all that stuff. So, I actually might get this one slabbed. I think it's 9.8 potential. So,
there's 2 on my comic shop, and it says it's limited to 3,000. But
okay.
but the two listed, there's a 7.5 and a 9.0, and they're like $100 a piece. So
I got it for $50.
Nice.
so yeah.
This one isn't anything spectacular. This is Deceased number 1, the It
That's a
cover.
cool cover. I like that.
Yeah, I showed her that. She loved it instantly. So that's Deceased 1, the It cover. And then I got some signed books for really cheap. It's Jason goes to the Final Friday, goes to hell Final Friday, and it's signed.
Who's that signed by? By Jason himself?
Yeah, by Jason himself for $15. I mean,
shoot.
Oh, that's sweet.
can't beat that, huh? So she liked that one, so I picked that one up. And then I picked up this one that's actually signed by Jason. And it looks like I don't know who this other person is. Probably Holmes, something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who signed this one, but it's there. Jason.
Might be the guy that played Leatherface.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. $15. You can't beat that.
Yeah,
man.
Gunnar Nelson.
No, that's a great buy.
Right? Gunnar.
That's a hard book to start
Yeah,
with.
Gunnar. Is it Gunnar Hans?
Gunnar something. Yeah, that's the guy that plays one of them. That's for sure.
And then Jason signed it again. So $15. I mean, I couldn't turn it down, man. So, and then we went. I love the prints. So we actually need 2 things to get hung up in the living room, kind of. So we went with this Jason Voorhees campfire one.
It almost looks like Robert.
A nice little romantic picture for your living room.
Yeah. There's
Hey,
a fire in it.
Yeah, it's a fire in it. Come on, man. It's like.
And the moon.
And then we went with this one's actually really dope. I think she wanted a Sasquatch one, and I just thought a tray. So I said no Sasquatch, but I went with
Oh God.
I went with the old in the boat kind of thing. So
That's dope.
yeah, I thought it was dope, dude. Jason Voorhees and she's in the boat just kind of riding through. I thought it was pretty dope. And they're like $10 a piece, man. So you buy 3 or buy 2, get 1 free. So I went with this one, which is like everybody, Voorhees and Freddy Krueger or Michael Myers, and
The guy in the middle.
I don't know who that is.
The guy from Valentine, like a random horror guy. I don't know.
I have no idea. So that's my pick.
Like one of the puppets from Puppet Master.
People in the chat are probably going crazy.
Yeah, I know they don't even know. So yeah, so I mean they were cool. The guy wanted the OA of this one. He had the OA and he wanted like $175 for it. I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
That's
I'm
not
not paying
bad
for that.
no way.
So
Was it the same size?
yeah, it was the same size.
That's not a bad price for original art, man.
No, it wasn't. I just, I was like, I'm trying to save some money. I was like, So But that's my pickups. Nothing too crazy. I mean, I think they're good deals. And I bought her some group books. I didn't want to show any group books, but I thought the best deals were the signed books for sure, man. I mean, $15 a piece.
Yeah.
And I infamously, what I did is I haggled them down to 20 because that's what Dino does. I was like,
I think I know that seller.
so do you?
Haggle or wear them
I
down?
think I see him at Indy, but he's not selling there.
Yeah. What's that, Scotty?
I said haggle or wear them down.
Well, I said, can you do 25? And he said, yeah. And then I hit him with a, can you do 20? Like, that's what I do. Okay.
All I got's a 20.
Oh, I got a 20 in my pocket. And
Oh, I'm ashamed.
$100 comes out. So
Yeah, buried amongst these other large bills, I have a 20.
So I went
how was
to
the con?
the con was okay. There was on Sunday at we got there at 10:30, and the line to get in was out around the block. It was crazy. I got in through some circumstances through a back door, so that was nice.
Sounds
I saw.
shady.
Left your lady in line.
No, she got with me, so it was cool. Yeah, you stay in the car. No,
You wait in line. I'm gonna go.
yeah, we're gonna do some things.
I gotta go dig real quick.
That guy in the gas mask looks like the killer from My Bloody Valentine, but that doesn't fit at all. I don't know. So yeah, it was good. When I was waiting in behind the thing to get my badge, I saw Elizabeth Berkley walk in. I saw Neb Campbell walk in. I saw the guy who played Michael Myers walk in. So I mean, that was kind of cool.
Did you get
Elizabeth
really
Berkley from Saved by the Bell?
Yeah, Elizabeth Berkley from Saved by the Bell, man.
Mm.
And then I saw
In that what was that movie she did?
He was so excited.
yeah. And then who else was there? Oh, Mark Gosling, Zach from Saved by the Bell was there too.
His phone?
I don't know. I didn't. His line there, dude. I've never seen so many girls be so happy to see Mark Gosler. And
He still got it.
yeah, he does.
Dino said his girl was waiting in line. She was actually that line.
Yeah, no kidding. No, it was cool. I did that. What else happened? Oh, Sons of Anarchy was the big people. Charlie Hunnam was there. Opie was there, and who's Theo Rossi's character, the Mexican kid? Who is that? I don't know the guy's name. Great.
I know who he was, but
Juice, right?
Juice, yeah.
Yeah, Juice. Yeah. So they were there. The crazy thing about those guys, they did yoga.
Yoga?
They did a yoga class for on Saturday, and it sold out in hours.
I'm sure.
Yoga?
Hours. Yeah, yoga. I couldn't believe
they're
it.
probably at the front, all the ladies.
Oh.
I guess I wasn't there
Sure.
Saturday. My friend showed up on Saturday. He said it was insane. The line for Charlie Hunnam. Insane. He was charging $100 for an autograph and $100 for a picture.
Wow, separate 100 each.
Yeah, 100 each.
Fudge.
And I think the VIP package was $250. I think.
Coworker,
Go ahead.
a coworker of mine was up there. She does a lot of cons, and she did a bunch of pictures and stuff like that. So, shoot, I didn't know it was that expensive though. Damn.
Yeah. Lou Ferrigno was there. Shawn Michaels was there.
I didn't realize how big of a con it was.
It's pretty big. I mean,
How many comic vendors were there?
not that many. They had maybe 15 or 16.
Okay.
But I hear they did well. I mean, they were selling things over GPA or around GPA, like slabs and stuff, and things were flying off the wall.
Nice.
The big books were Pre-Code Horror. What's the one with the severed head? That was there for $4,000.
Oof.
That sold for $4,000. Somebody bought a collection. Sorry, was that?
What grade?
I don't know. I didn't see it in time. My friend saw it. I didn't see it. I think it was mid-grade. I think it was like a 4.0 maybe. I don't know.
That's a hell of a price.
Yeah. He didn't show up. He did Friday deals and left. Just left the booth on Friday. Didn't even show up Saturday and Sunday. He had a bunch of other pre-code horror stuff that sold out instantly. It wasn't anything big like some kind of crazy book that you never see, like a Punch 12 or something. He didn't have any of that.
Mm-hmm.
What else happened?
Were there any common modern books you saw on the walls?
I saw some 181s.
Wow.
Like,
That's getting harder and harder to see on walls now.
yeah, 300 was okay. I was just looking at everything else. I really didn't look at too many walls. People were kind of overpricing all over the place. And I understand it because I think a boot's there like 1,000 or 900. Yeah. It's not cheap. Oh, Phantom Lady was there. It was a Phantom Lady, the Matt Baker one that Tony picked up that I showed last week. Guy had that sold too.
Wow.
What else happened? Just thinking about everything else that happened. Yeah, I mean, they had dollar books. They had a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, it was for $1,400. Phantom Lady 47 for $1,400. I'm getting updates as I'm rolling. Yeah, ASM 300. I saw a Brave and Bold 54. What else did I see? Modern books. I mean, honestly, you know what book I didn't see a lot of, and I was surprised of? Batman Adventures 12.
You don't see it too often,
right? I mean, everybody had one on the wall way back in the day. Now they're just ghosts. I mean, somebody had a 9.4, and he wanted like ridiculous amount of money for it, like 800 or something, or 900. I'm just thinking of what else did I see?
Were there a lot of like pops and toys?
Yeah, that's pretty much what's taking over. So it's become like a big cosplay. Saturday's cosplay, from what I've heard, was the best cosplay that's people have seen in a long time. I think they're squeezing out the comic book guys, and I felt bad for a couple of guys. Some of them there's like the main atrium, I guess you would call it, or main convention hall, and then they bought like a second in the back, kind of like the loading dock area, like it would be like a loading dock area in Indy. And they stuck those guys next to Artist Alley, and it was like in the back. I felt bad for those guys. They didn't make that much money. Like, some of those guys were stuck in the back there, and it wasn't a good location. So, but dealers were just buying people's collections up left and right, like guys who don't show up at every con, the big boys. What else happened? But yeah, a lot of people said they made a lot of good money there. One of our friends, he picked up a Loesch 23 for $1.
Nice. That's crazy. It's crazy how that still happens.
Yeah, I mean, it was in a dollar box, man, just chilling there. Loesch 23.
It's crazy. I wonder where it came from. How many shows it survived?
Yeah, right.
I don't think that, from what I heard, I mean, I didn't talk to the guy about it. He, I don't think he does a lot of shows. I mean, I guess that's a tip. What I would look for when I go to cons is guys who you never see.
That's good tip.
Yeah,
the guys who travel around, they know what's in their stock.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of big guys did show up though.
I'm just surprised another dealer didn't dig it out first.
It was in dollar boxes. I mean, yeah, I mean,
every show I go to, the dealers, as soon as they're set up, they're hitting the new guys.
Yeah. So the big news is, if you didn't have an exhibitor badge Thursday night or Friday morning, there was no more books. They were gone. It's tougher to find stuff. Like, dealers are just snatching everything up before the public can even get up there. So
that's kind of the nasty side of cons.
Yeah,
it is. Underbelly.
Yeah, I mean,
well, if there were deals, they're gone. You know.
Yeah,
we're gonna take them, mark them up that 30%, and move on.
I mean, and we're no strangers to that too. I mean, one year at Indy, we did really well before the show even started. I mean, so, but I mean,
you gotta sell to who's buying. You know?
Yeah, that's true too. It's kind of bad for the guys who, especially if you get, you pay for like a VIP experience and you get there a half hour early. You're already behind the curve. So.
Well, I mean, even sometimes we've set up at Indy, we're not even that far in, and it's people have already hit most of the good booths. People like Tony have already scoured.
Yeah. I didn't like the price of the single day tickets though. Like, if I did have to pay, it was $30 a piece for a single day. I think that's a little expensive, right? I mean, I don't know. What's Comic-Cons around everybody else? What's IndyCon tickets going for?
Indy's a little closer to 15 or 20, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. That's where I like to see him at. But I mean, you got to play Charlie Hunnam. I'm sure he's not cheap.
There's a lot of celebrities at that event, so that's
It's huge. The Walking Dead's still there. Some of the people from The Office, like Stanley and who's the guy with the chili? I don't know. I don't watch The Office though.
Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin was there. Kevin was he was probably one of the best celebrities there because of he actually came out of the table and like interacted with everybody. Like he wasn't just behind the table just signing and like next. He would like talk to people for like 30 minutes. So he had a lot of people at his line too. So
I remember at IndyCon a few years ago they had Hodor and he was like just walking around talking to everybody.
Yeah. Who was he was there too, I think. Right? Game of Thrones, right? Yeah, he was there.
I think the more like celebrities you get, the more they kind of charge at the door just to get in because they know all these people are dropping serious money for celebrities too.
Yeah,
I think kind of dealer focused and event focused. They try and keep the prices down.
I'm trying to figure out what else. The bigger news was at least locally was that Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel got engaged, 2 cosplayers. And I told my girlfriend that can't happen because they're in separate universes.
Yep, they don't exist in the same.
They don't exist in the same place. How did they meet each other? No.
Come on,
Captain Marvel of Marvel.
It's inconceivable.
Yes, Captain Marvel of Marvel, like AKA Brie Larson. Captain Marvel of Marvel. Brandon Routh was there, which I thought was interesting. A lot of Doctor Who people.
So many books to sell for Brandon Routh.
I know, right? David Tennant, Doctor Who, right? George Takei was there. I'm just looking. Henry Winkler, John Cleese.
Oh, Henry! I don't like signature books, but I so want a Henry Winkler with that Knights of the Dinner Table where he's jumping the shark, and have Henry Winkler sign that.
Brandon Routh was there.
Yeah,
one chick from Walking Dead, Alana
Masterson.
Mel likes her.
Yeah. Judith Hogue was there as usual. Lori Petty was there to play Tank Girl, right?
I just don't think I could get. I guess there's so many books you get signed by her. I guess I just wouldn't get the original.
Felicia Day.
The roughest person I saw there was Pauly Shore. Oh, he looked horrible. Pauly Shore, the weasel.
His pops just passed away though. That's probably why.
Was it?
He's in the juice.
Show some respect,
Sorry, man. He had a big old fro. It was hilarious, man. He just, I didn't know his dad passed away, but
I'm looking at the canceled list now.
Oh God.
Who's noticeable that canceled? Creed from Office canceled. Christina Serratos from Walking Dead canceled.
Meatloaf canceled, man.
Garrett Dillahunt from Fear the Walking Dead canceled.
The biggest one's Dwight.
Dwight, I was just gonna say Dwight canceled
from The Office. Probably was the biggest person. So, but I think it's overall a good show. A lot of dealers made money. Like last year, all I heard was the dealers didn't make anything. So this was like a big resurgence. So hopefully they put more comic book vendors and not more pops and swords and axes and inflatable
Those
whatever.
guys make money too,
Yeah.
You know what I've never heard, which is good. I've never heard like a horror story for any of these celebrities coming to not Detroit, but any con. Like, I mean, this is a pretty.
Oh, that's not true. There've been several.
Have they? Like none that I've heard of.
We've talked about one here, I think.
I can't talk about that legally, but go on about something else. No,
there's been one in either Lexington or Louisville that went terrible. There was that one in Houston that went to shit where like it was actually the Sons of Anarchy cast that like didn't get paid and like threatening not to show up and all that shit.
Oh, I guess I mean like people interactions, like these people find out
like the Taylor Swift incident where somebody grabbed her butt. Like, you mean like something like that?
Or they find, just hounding them, like what room or hotel they're in. Like, I feel like
I'm
sure that
Green Ranger in Phoenix.
Dude, Charlie Hunnam, I swear to God, were chicks that had T-shirts that said, "My ideal weight would be Charlie Hunnam on top of me." I'm like, that's a little extreme. That's a
That's actually really good, man.
I mean, it
give
is
her-
really good.
Yeah, trying.
I mean, it is really good, but I'm like, her boyfriend or husband's like right next to her. I'm like, it's kind of
Makes it even better.
yeah. I don't know.
I'd love to run into him in like the hotel bar, like just one of them,
Oh.
just chilling, and
Yeah,
they'd be like, "Oh, we're staying in the same," like not hound them, but just be like, "Cool, how you doing?" That'd be
Who
cool.
was? Oh, I heard a story. Somebody got hammered. One of the vendors were telling me about it. Oh, who was it? I
Where
don't
that?
know. It was it a comic guest?
Yeah, Robert Fordham. How about Arnold getting kicked in South Africa? Did you guys
Oh
see
my goodness, I couldn't believe that,
He didn't even budge.
dude. He
No.
thought it was like
He's
somebody
still
like
a big
crowd
dude,
control.
man.
It was like 70 years old, and it was like a spitball bouncing off of him.
He's a big guy. I mean, even he's 70, he's still a big guy. I
Yeah,
mean,
he still works out too.
so yeah, I get kind of worried. I'm nervous about big. Like that's why I don't go on Saturdays. Saturdays are really too busy. Unless I go in the morning and I'm gone by like noon, I can't handle it, man. It's like
Yeah, the crowd's too much.
well, and it's not even like okay, it's a big crowd. It's just inside the aisleways. It's just packed too. It's not like it's like okay, you can't get into an area. It's like the whole area, you know.
And then you got the dudes with their friggin' carts. And
Yeah,
shit boxes.
I didn't see too many people with carts.
That's the worst.
I mean, I was a guy with a backpack, so I can't complain.
Backpacks are fine.
Yeah, I guess.
Unless you got the 70 slabs in it, like leg.
Hey, don't.
Yeah, but Leg's so tall, it's over everybody's head.
It's true. It doesn't bother anybody.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I told the girlfriend she had to bring a backpack, and she says, "I'm not bringing a backpack." I'm like, "Come on, you're in the comics." I'm like, "How are you gonna hold your comics?"
Right?
She's like,
Your
you
backpack.
Yeah, so I had to huff it. Oh man, it was horrible. So shoulders were killing me. No, I mean it was okay. I coming as a vendor now, I guess you would call it. I get depressed when I go to shows because everything's overpriced, and I know the game and stuff like that. So, you know, unless you're there Thursday or Friday, like you're not gonna get any deals. So.
It's so
Well,
sad.
you might score some deals on the right Sunday.
Yeah, that's why I went Sunday. I was like, oh, somebody's gonna. I mean, and some people did work with me, so I'm not gonna say it's a total loss, but I mean,
But
it's not like
if they did well, yeah, they're not really cutting deals on Sunday as much.
yeah, and B2 to that point, you know, I made some deals, but I didn't. And then again, I didn't walk around with like $1,000 in my pocket trying to buy some big books or something either. So I went just on the low and was like, you know, I had I think $200 in my pocket, and I was like, let's see how far I can stretch this. So
That's actually kind of cool. I think more people should do that, including myself.
what?
Trying to set a certain amount that you try to get the most for your bucks at a con, because sometimes I'll just go crazy on stuff that's overpriced.
Well, I went with the goal that I bought all the things for my girlfriend, so I didn't even buy anything for me. So which is fine. I have no problem with that. And she's just getting into comics, so it's not like she's looking for like, Tales of Astonished 13, like the first Groot or something like that. I'm just buying her like $1 group books, or $4 group books and horror books. So I mean, it's pretty easy for her to shop to, and honestly, she doesn't care. It's funny. It's funny because I show her like these books. She's like, "It's whatever you want." I'm like, "Honey, it's for you." And then I'm like, "You can get into like dig," and she's like, "I'm good." So it's funny. But that's my Motor City Comicon recap, I guess.
Nice.
So
All right. You guys ready for a top 5?
Let's do it.
Favorite 5. Come on.
Favorite 5?
Mark it properly.
Oh, I didn't get the memo. I mean,
Oh, you were out last week.
yeah. All right. My favorite 5. I'm going to be doing my favorite Mezco 112s. I'll put a link in the chat to what Mezco has on their website now. These are basically 6-inch figures. They're basically almost identical to the Slideshow 1/6 scale, but they're obviously a half the size, and they're a lot cheaper, easier to buy. Instead of $300-$400 investment, you can get them for $80 to $100.
I threw it in the YouTube chat for you.
Yeah,
I put Scotty on present.
I'm sorry. Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I think the first 112 came out in about 2015, 14. I'm not sure exactly when, but they've been around for a couple years, and they're starting to pick up a lot of licenses now. So, am I shaking? Oh, I'm probably shaking my. Stop touching my. In here.
A lot of
Can you hear me?
earthquakes in Philly.
Can you hear me? Are we good?
I can hear you good this week.
Stein, are you okay, Stein?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, all
fine.
right.
Scotty's got a new headset for Christmas.
I might just be mumbling. It's fine. Where was I? All right. So basically, these are my top 5 that I own.
You were talking about how it got started. It got started in like
2014 or 15. They only had a couple licenses, so they only released a few figures each year, and now they're starting to really pick up and get more licensing. So you'll see, like, now they have like Popeye. They're doing some of the horror stuff. I think they did Jason, and I think Freddy's coming up soon. It's a lot of real neat stuff. Warriors, I think, is one of them.
Oh, like the
Kinda
movie?
neat the way they're, Warriors. There's like a four-piece deluxe box set.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
I think it's still on for sale, or it might be sold out. I'm not sure. Check the link. But anyway, these are my top 5. The first one is the Superman Red Sun. This is a PX preview exclusive, so it came in the
Oh wow.
the tin packaging. Most of them come in like cardboard, but they have some specials that come in plastic, and you can see the way they're packaged. It's hard to get.
That all the extra head, the Brainiac.
Yeah, it's got it's actually Brainiac's skull.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's selling for like between 150 and 180 right now.
Yeah, and
What was your buy-in?
It retailed for about $80, I believe. 80, 90, I'm not exactly sure. They all come with a stand, and this has like 6 extra hands, different grips and stuff. And show you the back again just so you can see. It's got a good view of, everything that it comes with. Really a really cool figure. Most of these guys have, tons of articulation. The elbows can bend all different ways. I have a couple that I have open that I'll show you later. This one I haven't touched, but so that's number 5. Really cool figure. Number 4. All right, number 4 is the Dark Knight Returns. This is one of the first figures that came out. It came out in 2015. I think the retail price on this was $60 when it first came out. Pretty badass. These are cool because these are the cardboard packaging, and they all have like shadow box, so you can look at them without opening the figures. And again, it comes with a bunch of accessories, different hands. It's got a different face. Actually comes with the gun from Dark Knight Returns, which I thought was pretty cool.
That's nice.
I love how it has like the Frank Miller. It really has a Frank Miller look to it.
It does.
Especially that other.
Awesome.
Now there are. I wish I had them. There are variants to this figure.
Oh, that box is so badass.
Yeah, isn't it? And then the back.
What are the variants?
There's a blue and I think it's. I forget the colors. There's a blue and yellow, I believe, variant, which is it goes for like $400. And then there's I think there's an all gray one or an all blue one that goes for good money too. But
Where'd
I mean,
those
even
come
this
from?
one. What's that?
Where'd they come from? Were they like special event ones?
I think one of them was a con exclusive, and the other one was like it might have been a preview exclusive, the PX preview exclusive.
Okay.
But if you see any of these, like this one, regardless of which one it is, which variant, I mean, if they're cheap, under $100, grab them, because this one sells for $150 to $225. And like I said, the blue and yellow variant sells for almost 400.
Is that the link? I saw a link on the side. I don't know if that's it.
Yeah, that's the 4 different. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, if you want to show that.
Yeah,
So
let me. Yeah, I'll
the
hit
one
it.
on the right is the one I have.
Yeah,
The
hold on
next
a
one
second.
over is it's blue and gold. So the next one over is the expensive one.
So that's for everybody who's actually on the YouTube. Actually can see it. So yeah, like you said, the one on the left, that's what you have, right?
Yeah, that's the one I have. Then the next one over is the $400 one, and then the third one I'll talk about in 1 second, and then the fourth one is the other variant. That's like the navy blue one.
Yeah.
So
that's for I put it in a YouTube chat for everybody so they can see it too.
cool. So
Sorry.
number 3, and I'll be able to show you some figures because I have this open. Is it's Dark Knight Returns as well, but it's the con exclusive, and it's the I hope it stays up. It's the Dark Knight Returns versus the Mutant Leader. Let me angle this down so I can show you.
Wow.
So it's hard to show. So it's 2 figures, and it's got like this really I don't know what kind of base it is, but it's very heavy, and
Like a resin base.
yeah, it's very heavy. So it's pretty cool. This came out as well in 2015, and this was the con exclusive for that year. I think it was San Diego. And
do they have like little notches in their feet to like hold them in place, or
they do, yeah.
Oh,
they
okay,
have
yeah.
notches. This base plate doesn't have any studs on it, so it's kind of hard to keep them up
okay?
if things are moving. But the stands, like this is a stand for one of the other ones I have, and they all have like a stud in there, and then like I said, there's But like you could see, like the feet, these things move like all different directions. The costumes are all cloth. This is the battle damaged Dark Knight Returns. So this is the special edition.
So all of them are cloth?
Yeah, all of them are cloth. Yeah.
Huh.
This is the mutant leader that comes with this. This one has leather pants, or probably faux leather, but pretty cool. And these like spikes are really hard. It's crazy, but tons of articulation. I mean, they're basically $80 figures, but they're cool. For me, I think they're better than the slideshow because I mean, who can drop $300-400 on one thing?
Brian would argue with you on that.
So this set is now selling for about $400 to $500, and it retailed for retailed for $165.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have 195 points of articulation like Sideshow does, but
I mean, but they have a good amount.
Yeah, I'm sure
30.
Dude, Mezco's like I would call it the poor man's Sideshow, but I mean, still,
it is.
It's
really
nice,
is.
dude. It really is.
I mean, they are. I think they're as good. Number two, and this is tough because I think this could be number 1, but this is a Punisher fully loaded, PX exclusive again. This is pretty badass. It has. I'm gonna pull it out so I can show you. I think I showed this before, but the Punisher with all his armory, basically every weapon he could have.
It's ridiculous.
2 different heads, a bunch of different hands. Again, he's got a cloth, costume.
That's like getting a figure with your accessory set.
Yeah, and wait, I'm not done. That's just the first tray of accessories. Here is the second tray of accessories.
Oh wow!
It's got a sniper rifle, and this grenade launcher here, this one right here. You can actually load these grenades into there. It's crazy how detailed it is. He's got like a chest rig here,
wow,
bulletproof vest. Comes with a leather trench coat.
Oh,
a duffel bag to put all the weapons in. Yeah, I mean, I saw this one come up, and I immediately called my LCS, and I was like, I need one.
What did that sell for originally?
This retail price was $120. Uh-oh. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120. 120
Not good.
Pretty badass. I mean, now there's a couple different variants of this Punisher. There's a regular version, which comes in the standard Mezco packaging. That one goes for about 100 to 150. There's this one, which now goes for about 500 to 600. And then there's the classic Punisher, which has his first appearance. You know, he had like the white chest rig and the white belt and all that. Anybody?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So
that one's actually pretty expensive. That was another exclusive. You see that one with the classic. He's got like white chest rig, white belt and white boots. It's like a $500-600 figure, which
It's
is
not bad on a $80 to $100 investment.
Right?
No, not at all. All right, and then the last one I'll show you is my favorite, and it is
Your favorite of your favorite 5?
the armored Batman from Batman vs Superman. This thing has, I mean, you can see it's got light up eyes.
Yeah.
The armor, the armor is actually metal. So
That's bad.
it's actually metal, like the chest plate, the leggings, all that. And then he's got like a suit underneath of it. He's comes with the spear. This one was a 2016 con exclusive. San Diego Comic-Con. And I think the retail price on this one was 100, maybe 90. And now it's selling for 200 to 300. This one basically started selling for 200 to 300 the first week, because I'm pretty sure they only sold them at San Diego Comic-Con that year.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, and he comes with a bunch of different accessories. Same thing, different hands, different. He's got the grappling gun. But for me, I just think the light up eyes are the coolest thing.
Do you take the batteries out so they don't?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you got to pop the head off, and then there's just a little screw. There's a switch there, turn it on and off. But I mean that's my top 5. The Mezco, they're definitely very good spec items, but very hit or miss. Most of the regular stuff does not really ever hit. It's usually the exclusives, the limited editions, the deluxe editions, like the Punisher, how it had all the extra weapons. They just released but they put up for sale a John Wick version, which kind of reminds me of that Punisher, and it's sold out, I think, within like 4 or 5 days.
Cool.
So if this is something you're interested in, I would definitely sign up for their newsletter or the email alerts, because if they put something up, especially around con season, if they put something up, you can grab it for retail price. You can usually flip it for good money.
Yeah, I was going to ask if there were any hot ones lately. The last one was, I think it was a con exclusive Punisher. It might have been the one that you showed, the last one that I heard about, at least. People were kind of upset that they did the pre-order limit 3 per person, I think, and it sold out quick, and then it was flipping on eBay right away.
And just so you know, Sideshow did a John Wick 6 scale figure, and it's $243. So
so this is basically half. Yeah, it was 120.
Yeah. So just so everybody.
That's a great point, that this could be for the people out there that really like statues and stuff. This might be a cheaper alternative to some of the Bowen or Sideshow pieces.
And now what I think is really cool about these is you can open up the packaging, display your figure, and you can basically put it back in, and it almost it looks like it was brand new. Like the packaging is very intuitive and very cool, I think. Robert
Forham just said he just bought the Black Panther slideshow collectibles one.
Oh, buddy.
Is that the one that lights up? That, I think it has like the purple LEDs or something.
Oh shoot!
Yeah,
nice.
I think I'm going to buy a Sideshow one though. You know what they have? A Groot. A Groot.
Yeah, the slideshow ones are good, but like I said, the Mezco they're branching out. I don't think they're going to be like the way Pops are with their licensing, but they've definitely got some cool stuff coming out.
What do you I guess we can talk about the future for Mezco. What figure or what character you'd like to see him do that they haven't done?
I would if they got into Star Wars shit, I would lose my mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would if they had, because this like again the slideshow Star Wars stuff is $200, $300, $400 a figure, so and they're too big. Like I just don't have as much space for that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I would lose my mind though.
I remember when Slideshow first was it Slideshow? I think it was Slideshow first started doing the animated Star Wars statues,
Mm-hmm.
and there was that Padme animated Slideshow. You remember that one?
No, but I know what you're talking about though.
It went for ridiculous amount of money, like right out the gate.
And Star Wars collectors are crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Star Wars would be good. I mean, they've done a couple like Marvel figures, a couple Wolverines that were pretty cool. A couple Deadpools. They did like the Deadpool X-Force, the gray and black uniform. That one was pretty cool. Just check it out because they do a lot of variants sometimes, and I'm not going to say don't buy the regular figures, but I don't think the regular figures are going to have spec value. They're just, if you want that figure and you want something to tool around with, I think they're good to have. But the exclusive ones are definitely the money figures.
Sorry, it wasn't Slide. Well, yeah, it was Gentle Giant. I think that did it.
Oh, okay.
Has Gentle Giant always had the Star Wars brand? They do slideshow Star Wars stuff big time, right?
They do the retro, but the giant, the 12-inch retro, like vinyl figures. It's like it's basically an exact copy of the vintage Star Wars, but it's just a 12-inch version, and they're I think they're like vinyl, so they're not like posable or anything like that. I know they do that for Star Wars.
Man, you get into those statues and some
rabbit hole, yeah.
Oh man.
I mean that's for me, that's why I like the 112s, the buy-in's a lot lower.
Yeah. Yeah, that Padme Amidala animated maquette, the Gentle Giant animated maquette. There hasn't been any that's sold recently that I can found. Maybe I just wasn't looking very good, but they have a couple of them on eBay that are going for like they're asking anywhere from $520 to $670 or something like that. For that thing was probably $60 or $80, I imagine, to buy in on.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, Star Wars fans are crazy, and
yeah,
like right now we have like, if you don't want to go with the slideshow, you got to go with the Star Wars Black series, but they're basically just like a decent
figure,
yeah, that you can play with.
Not the greatest points of articulation, but much more than a regular figure.
Yeah. I mean, they are nice, but I'll tell you what, the first couple series of the Black series were very nice. The first 2-3 waves of the 6-inch were.
The Walgreens exclusive Vader with the lightning head, the head that's like kind of like see-through lit up when he's getting electrocuted, is badass looking.
The Darth Maul from Series 1 is like a $75 figure.
Whoa.
Yeah. Series 1 is the I think it was Darth Maul. I think it was Luke Skywalker, R2, one other, I forget. They do pretty well the first couple waves, but
that's freaking cool.
And that's it for me.
Cool.
That's very cool, Scott.
Thank you.
Ben's getting choked up about it.
Yeah, I mean, it was emotional, Ben. I do agree.
Man, I'm telling you, this stupid. I've had bronchitis for like 3 weeks now. It's driving me crazy.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Hey, all I know is next month I'm trying not to lose my voice. Okay, that's
Yeah, I can't. That was hilarious, Dino.
Dude, I am drinking tea, hot tea, and everything on the planet to get my voice ready to go. So, but no, that's cool, man. I mean, yeah, like you said, that's a real cool thing to show off that most people really don't know about. I mean, and it's a good brand, like you said. It could be a good flip. I mean, how much is shipping? Have you sold one yet on eBay or something?
I mean, you could fit them in a flat rate box, medium flat rate, if you had to.
Okay.
I mean, I'd say they probably weigh 2 pounds, maybe.
Oh, that's not terrible.
No.
It's not like a sideshow where it'd be ridiculous.
No, I mean, it's probably a little bit bigger than a comic book store folio. A little bit thicker.
Cool. Paul, what do we have next, Paul?
Let's see here. We didn't cover the CBCS 10-day promise last time.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
What'd you guys say?
Did anybody get in on that?
Oh yeah, I sent everything in.
I was seriously thinking about sending like 10 books in just to see how ridiculous it would get.
No thanks.
It's over with, right? The deal. They don't. Is it still going on, or is it was just that week?
It was a real short-term deal, but to me, it's like it's a kick in the face to everybody else that's waiting.
Yep.
That's why when they posted that on their Facebook group, I made a little comment, said, like, this is gonna be fun. Let's see how these comments pan out.
Oh, the comments on the boards on CBCS. I'm still waiting for my 2-day modern order to even show up in the system about 2 weeks after it was submitted at a show.
I love it, man.
I mean, I think we all just need to learn show submissions are deathly slow. Like, I never hear anybody that a show submission goes fast. So just if you drop off the show, expect it to be 2 weeks before you get anywhere.
Yeah, and if it's on site, make sure you have a last person, so you have the first person out.
I don't know if that's
don't follow don't go with Emiliano. He's got the worst fucking luck, dude.
Well, Sean, I'll tell you, man, the first person in is the last person out. As far as
I still don't even know if you're sending moderns to CBCS. Are you even getting good money for them?
Yeah, that's just some
Are they
brand loyalty.
I don't know. I don't know who's sending books to them at all.
Like I don't know if it's a older key, it's probably not nearly the beaten. But
the only thing I would send to them, I wouldn't even send it to them. So never mind.
Oh, so Steve Ricketts said the promo is just for grading, no VSP, no signature, verified signature program or pressing. So I guess
what.
You have a pressing promo.
Where did you see this at?
On the boards, on the comic boards.
Even my Turtles books that are signed, I would send to CGC and just get a purple label because that's how much I don't care at this point.
It'd be a
green label.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well,
I'll take a purple too.
I mean,
whatever.
Okay, so 10-day grading on moderns that, as far as I know, are not getting nearly the premium because nobody is buying the moderns like that. If we were talking the vintage, maybe, but still there. I mean, you still take a beating, and you're just shitting on the face of everybody else that isn't been waiting in line and complaining for 6 months.
Yeah, I don't understand how you could do that, especially when you have such a backlog like that. I don't know. I mean, I haven't given them money in a long time, and I don't think I will. So.
Do they have 2 locations now? Like, were they sending these books to the new location to test their grading or some crap? Like,
no,
it's all Dallas.
No, they probably needed cash flow.
The only advantage is it doesn't have to go through the Florida UPS or USPS,
the black hole,
the black hole of death. But I mean, CGC goes through waves of slow. They're slow right now, but it's con season. April to honestly, August, September, they're backlogged because they just always are. So accept it. Grade at the faster times when you can. Hit them in the winter and the early spring. It feels like their marketing team just doesn't doesn't get it. I don't even know who they're marketing to, new customers, because they're not marketing to the people who are waiting in line.
No.
Marketing to the people who don't know anything.
I just think they're just trying to get new people who don't know.
Yeah.
It's, and it's sad for anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about specifically. It's sad because CBCS had so many opportunities to take the market and overtake CGC, or at least become neck and neck, and they blew chance after chance after chance after rivet after rivet after nail, and
They are the Paul's problems of marketing.
they are.
Yeah, they really. It's a shame because they
get hired by them to consult Paul.
because they're great.
Why do you think I love the rivets so much? Is my idea.
I mean, the service they provide is good. Like, I mean, they grade well. Like
They're 9.8s or 9.8s, man. They're
Yeah.
legits.
I've never seen a crappy 9.8 from them. Seen plenty from CGC.
Right. I still got to send you pictures of that Red Suns, John.
I think if they just focused on getting caught up, let's do that. Let's get caught up. Let's not worry about any more promotion. We are caught up. That would be a huge thing. Everybody that's in line has been taken care of, and we can now offer these times.
Like, is it an employee? Like, they don't have enough employees, or is it too many books? Or, I mean, I understand it, right? You don't want to ever shut off the pipeline because the pipeline may never come back, right? Theoretically, I mean,
but you have to.
You got some flint pipes.
Well, you don't have to shut it down, but you got to not work on promoting it more. Just keep it flowing. Put some more resources in the front end, and get it stabilized. I mean, it's going to take some time, but just push on getting those books graded, getting them out the door. Hell, if you really wanted to be something special, get a faster pressing service too. Hire 3 pressers when you need one, and just go, because that's where CGC backs up, is the pressing. We've talked about that 6 times in this podcast recently.
Well, I think it's a spoiler alert. First time you're going to hear it. It's here on FlipSide. I just got a text. CBCS has actually just been flipping all those books on eBay. So sorry, guys, you're not going to see your stuff. Just thought I'd let you know.
Yeah, they're still getting 25% of market.
hey, it's good for them. Is anybody looking for? Is anybody? I guess here's another thing for PC and not flipping. Does anybody look for a CBCS book?
I'll look if there's a deal. I'll buy an already. I won't send a book to them to get graded, but I will buy a slab if it's cheap.
Yeah, I don't see why you would pay a premium if it's something you're going to keep. I don't know why you would pay 30% more.
Maybe people just stay away from. I don't know. Just questions.
Now,
I guess.
PGX will make me question, but I don't. Like I said, I don't question their grades at all. So I mean, if the price is right, I'll definitely buy it.
Yeah, or buy it and sub it to CGC.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, I don't think they must not be getting a huge chunk of the Golden Age market, because let's be honest, that's a lot of my filters are on that, looking for certain Golden Age books or random books.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't even say I've seen a CBCS book on my hunt list in a long time.
I'm gonna just go on eBay right now and see. They have a Batman #1.1 for like 30 grand.
I think a lot of people it's all the modern stuff that's getting sent to them.
It is.
That's really what it is.
I mean, I know they grade some Golden Age because I see it. I mean, I see Barack on Instagram and places posting, "Hey, these came in today. I'm grading them." They're
but I mean, if
using it, but I don't know if it's not resellers.
It's definitely not, because resellers know you got to go through CGC to get your best return.
And I can't say I see them on many walls. I mean, you'll see a smattering.
I look at that as low hanging fruit. You know, there's a chance to get a deal on a book.
I just think it's people who are unaware of like CGC and maybe intimidated, because the CBCS guys, like, you don't have to wait in line at CBCS theoretically because nobody's there. I mean, no, I mean, I'm not trying to be a dig on them.
No, you're right. Like,
you know, it's like, and then the other thing too is like you get CBCS, and it's like this one guy, a couple years ago was submitting 300s, and he's like, "Am I gonna get it back before the movie?" Which is probably a flipper. And they're like, "I don't know. It's like 16 weeks. It's like, dude, that's almost, or 28 weeks. That's like half a year, man. That's like 6 months." Like,
yeah, I mean, that's my biggest issue is if you take books from somebody and say 16 weeks, then you got to deliver in 16 weeks.
Yeah.
So Scotty's going to PGX because there's the only one meeting turnaround times.
Tell you what, they have the best turnaround time in the game. Like they literally, I don't even know if they grade them. They just fucking get them in, they fucking throw them in a slab, and then send them right out to you.
They do get them fast.
But do we think they're getting better at grading?
Who?
I haven't seen a PGX slab in a long time, so I wouldn't know.
Get me to send one there just because of.
Have you guys heard any news since they supposedly fired half their staff?
What, they fired the 2 guys they had working for them?
Right, yeah.
I don't know. If I were that company, I would just take all the supplies, rebrand, move.
They should just call it back.
Hire a new face man and go on.
Would I guess if any, I guess unlimited money, I guess we'll say, because I don't know how much PGX to work. Would anybody here buy PGX if they had the decent enough change the?
I have.
Yeah, why not? Just for the, I'd do it for the experiment.
I've had some pretty good experience with PGX. I mean, you gotta
look at the book and get a good feel of it.
You got to buy the book. You can't look at the grade. You got to buy the book, what you think it is.
No, I'm sorry. I meant would you guys buy PGX the company?
Oh no.
And like, no, would you rebrand it? You think if you got it for a decent deal?
Not even.
No,
I buy CBCS first.
No John Taffer. We're not going to build this thing back up.
No, honestly, if
there's too big a juggernaut. I mean, if CBCS can't do it, I don't know, man. You would have to have some serious credibility, and who has that?
I would do it to prove you guys wrong.
Oh God!
But I mean,
all right, Paul, do it.
Market that have that kind of credibility floating around, not many.
Not many.
Because most of the big 2, the others are floating around at Heritage or some of those places.
Yeah, you'd have to be like a heritage grader. You'd have to come from like a pedigree, right? You know, that's obviously number 1, right? A heritage grader, CGC head grader, CBCS head, something of that pedigree.
Yeah, there's not many places you can pull that person from.
Yeah.
Where's PGX located? Within driving distance of my house, or would I have to move?
They're Pacific Northwest, Paul.
Well, maybe that's kind of the key is these companies feel like they have to have one single location. Why not have
offices?
Yeah, like 8 offices or something around the country. Yeah, there's a little more rent, but you're not going to need a massive building then. Yeah. And these people who actually probably would be, they'd be like, oh yeah, I'd take a full-time job being a grader, but I'm not moving to Dallas
or CBCS. Like I'm not going to move to Sarasota, Florida, or wherever,
Right? Yeah, I mean, but there's probably some guys out there that would seriously do it.
I've said it before, man. Tennessee, you got the shipping hub of the U.S. You got no taxes, no state taxes.
I mean,
it's centrally located, so you got decent shipping rates for regional shipping. That's where it goes.
I mean, it's the same thing with the pressers. I mean, why do they have to have these individual? I mean, why don't they have some of these guys that are known to be really good at pressing? Why wouldn't they just hire them?
They can't afford them.
No,
because I mean, we'll say like we'll take Leg because Leg's really good at pressing. We all know Leg's the master at pressing, right? Leg isn't cheap, right? I mean, to make Leg be a full-time presser.
Well, I mean, how much does CGC charge? $40 a book?
No,
I guarantee
I'm paying their guy that though.
Like 15 or 20.
Yeah, you're not paying your guy that though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you could if Leg is charging $20 a book, and CGC is, I'm pretty sure they're charging like $40 a book. It's not.
Oh, you're looking. There's a full press versus like quick press. 2 different services.
I'll look right now. Hold on one second. Let me get online.
Quick press, it is a lot cheaper. The full press is like they press it a couple times and they'll do like the detail work and da.
Well, and you also have to throw in their Leg's hourly rate for just hourly anything. I mean, you know what I mean? Like his regular job is probably paying him quite a bit, so they'd have to pay him quite a bit more.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, because honestly, I think probably most of the guys who do it that are really good, including Leg, they're not going to do that. They don't really do these quick press things. They're actually doing they're like, oh, it didn't come out right the first time. I'm going to do it a second time. Yeah. They're taking the time, so they're already doing that. So
how many books can they press in an hour? You got a couple setups. You know, let's say you got 4 rigs. Are you getting 8 books an hour?
Yeah, but don't you press differently per book, per age, and per what's needed, or is it just a flat? Okay, 5 minutes.
I'm just saying their hourly rates got to be, you know, versus somebody doing it at home. Hourly rates got to be $80, $100 an hour if the right person's doing it.
Okay, but you could probably press 5 books in an hour. I mean, on the slow side.
I'm just saying I don't think they value it properly because nobody is apparently putting the resources into that. We all know both companies have a huge lag point at the press, whether it's CBCS, whether it's CGC. We all know if you send it to them, you are going to be stuck in limbo for a little while, unless you pay the premium. Like I went through the standard press on that Beast Boy, and that moved pretty fast, but I paid $60. I paid the full price, accepted it. I knew where I was going with it, but to do that on a lot of these books, it's not worth it. And I do the math all the time. I'm like, what's it going to cost me to ship to Sean, to then take back, to then ship to CGC, to try and work on the math, and it never wins at CGC because of the time.
I'm on CGC. I just submitted like Hawkman 4, right? Just picked up a book. Pressing Moderns is $12, and it's 57 business days.
Yeah, 57 business days.
That's ridiculous.
Okay, hold on, boys. A value is 25, and this is just pressing. So value is 57 business days at 25. These are all 57 days almost. Economy's 40. Standard is 60 at 48 business days. Express is $85 at 32 business days, and walkthrough is $150, 32 business days. It says same day service, but it says 32 business days. I don't know what that means, but
so 32 business days is fucking 7 weeks.
It's a month and a half.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. I just question why they don't sub some of this stuff out.
I wonder if
I've seen some of these pressers floating around the world. I mean, not that there's great ones and bad ones, but find yourself an above average one, hire him and put him in a job. There's fucking hundreds of them on Facebook at this point. Yes, 80% of them suck, but still.
I wonder if they just simply don't increase their infrastructure to meet the demand and business that's coming in, and it just bottlenecks, and they don't address that issue.
I got to be honest. I think that a lot of them get in over their head. They think it's going to be easy to learn. They think it's going to be easy to make money off of, and it really isn't. It takes a lot of trial and error, and rightfully so. A lot of people don't want to, give away their tricks. So I think there's a lot of people out there that started doing it thinking that it was going to be easy, and it's not.
No, I get that, but if you're CGC, CBCS, we're going to assume you have somebody you feel comfortable with the knowledge.
Yeah, you're right.
Why are you not hiring a second guy? Getting some more presses is not that much space, right?
Right. Well, and then the other
talking about another 10 by 10 to give somebody a shit ton of space to do work.
Yeah. Well, and then the other thing too is like coming from a planning standpoint. If I'm a CEO of CGC or CCS or whatever you want to say, I'm looking each month at how many books are submitted, and you can go by a history and say Christmas time. It's Christmas time and con season are the two big. There's ebbs and flows every year. I mean, I would assume. Again, I don't have access to all that stuff. Maybe we can get somebody from CCC on here one day. What ebb and flows are going to be, that's what's going to happen. Like, every November it gets cranked up, and we know in April it's going to be cranked up. So it's like, I understand you don't want to hire people just to fire them either. You know what I'm saying? Or hire people and say, hey, you got a job, and 3 months later it's slow again, and
get your seasonal workers.
I have never seen the pressing get that caught up. I've never seen either of them have the pressing where it's like moving along.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't do the pressing. I did restoration on mine because I already got my Marvel Spotlight 5 press, so I didn't want to press it again. But restoration went by fairly quickly, I guess, theoretically. It was like 4 or 5 weeks. I mean,
I think the more you pay for some of those services, the faster it is, because a lot of people aren't paying for resto removal.
What else do they offer though? What else does CGC do? Comics, obviously, coins,
Poster.
Not CGC technically.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not.
But are they in the same? Are
Yeah.
they in the same warehouse?
Yeah, theoretically.
They're in the same business. I don't know if they're the same address.
Poster. They do posters. CGC officially does comics, posters, and magazines.
And then there's the NGC.
Yeah,
NGC does coins and.
Don't they still do? Don't they still do cards at SGC?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like 5 or 6 little subdivisions. I think there's somebody doing currency too, or money.
there is. Yeah. What about the currency is NGC?
Yeah, it's NGC.
Is that
What about AFA? Is AFA associated with CGC?
AFA?
I know they're associated with PSA, I think, right? Does this sound right? AFA is the action figure grading.
That's different.
Okay.
I think they're mostly in the old school hobbies, not in the new school stuff, not the video games, not the action figures. That's a whole different drift. I do remember, it's funny, it was about 5 years ago, one of the local shop guys here wanted to get into record grading because nobody was really doing that. And I don't know why he didn't. It seems to me like everything else is getting graded. You may as well do that too.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm on their website. So basically, it's coins, notes, comics, stamps, and collections. Which is I don't know.
That was the one I forgot. Stamps, old school hobbies.
Yeah.
Old school.
Notes. What the hell does that mean?
Notes is currency, like dollars.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't see SGC here anymore. They may not do cards anymore.
I think they do. Maybe I'm just looking at them too often.
They may have lost the market and just said not worth it.
They were actually at one point. They were actually. I mean, a lot of people really they were kind of like the CBCS at one point, where they graded tougher than any other grader. If I remember,
it was strange because everybody else went on a 10-point scale and they went on a 100-point scale, so they were all like on their own. It was weird.
I do want to say that CGC has, or CCG, which is the group itself, has locations in Germany, Hong Kong, China, South Korea, Singapore, Japan, the Netherlands, United Kingdom, Thailand, and Malaysia.
Yeah, the coin stuff is big for them. That's where they make their money.
Yeah. So that's yeah. So yeah, I mean, like you guys said, I mean, it'd be cool to open up satellites. I mean, and like you said, maybe you need, obviously you need. I think the bigger thing, Ben, about opening up satellite stores, offices, is the liability insurance. You know what I'm saying? It depends how much comics you're throwing in different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure they pay a ton of liability. Like,
I'm sure they do, but I mean, you could set. I mean, if you have satellites, you can set up a safe in every location. I mean, it's not like it's rocket science to set up security. I just think they're missing out on a lot of probably really good pressers and really good graders by not allowing anybody outside of their little small area to work there.
I think the issue is they don't need to. People, I mean, they have such a backlog. There's no reason. People keep sending them stuff. Like, the way they're doing it is working for them. So financially, what's the point? Like,
but for every one grader presser you get in a different location, you got to get a shipper. You got to get the logistics stuff. You got to get the software, the equipment you need. I am sure the just to put the book in a case has got to be a pretty significant operation.
Well, and then the other thing too is, like, you got to have somebody from the corporate office train these people too. I mean, it's not like you're just going to hire new people and say, well, this is a satellite office. Oh, it'd be such a shit show for the first,
Well, it must not be that difficult to put them in a case, or they wouldn't actually do on-site grading at all.
I think they only do it for the big shows, because I don't think it's a little endeavor.
Oh,
I'm not saying it's little. I'm just saying that it's probably not as difficult as it may seem.
But I'm betting that a piece of equipment costs X, probably tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Well,
it's all a supply chain management and just a operation at scale.
Yeah, Scotty and I talked to the guy when we were walking around Baltimore, and he was really cool about things. He's like, "Yeah," I was like, "It'd be interesting to go back there and see." He's like, "Oh, we can't send you back there." Well, he's like, "They got like 5 graders back there, or 6 graders working at the show. You know what I'm saying? They grade everybody's books and stuff. I mean, like you said, it's not. I tell you, cracking them. They got one dude there who knows how to crack them. I tell you that.
He was fucking cracking them like a champ, man.
Yeah.
And did they crack them at the con?
Oh yeah.
Right there at the booth.
He's right at the booth. He just like pop, 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 and he's like,
it was impressive. It really was.
yeah. He just cracks him at the corner, man. Just cracks him at the corner, and it like just goes whoop, and just pops it out, and it just puts a little thing in there, and you're done. Like we're all taking hammers.
The new ones.
Yeah, on the new ones. We're all taking hammers to him. He's like pop, pop, pop.
Took me 25 minutes to open up a new one. This guy fucking opens it up in 10 seconds.
I've done 3, and I don't think it's been less than 25 minutes. It is.
They're scary because you're just like I gotta do so much to this thing just to.
There is some trick that we don't know.
Oh, no, he just cracks them at the seam with his hands.
But there's
Literally
there's that middle piece. Like I can get the corners, and there's that middle piece that he must just hit right.
No,
he just knows where to flex it.
He cracks it at the corners, and he just works his way up, and it just pops off like boop.
Dude, I have taken like a chisel or a straight edge and tried to run that seam, and I can't do it.
He doesn't do it. He doesn't even do it. He just flexes the whole plastic thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's bonkers to us because you don't want the board, you don't want the comic to flex, but he just flexes it, and it goes pop, pop, and it's it, dude.
It was impressive watching him work.
That guy, I would buy a beer just to have him tell me, how do you do it?
He was able to crack the other ones that are the PGX ones. I think he did them, but with his hands.
Yeah,
wow.
Guy had forearms like Popeye, man. So, but no, I think it's a good thing. That I mean, I don't know. I just
think CGC has there's no reason for them because people. They have a monopoly basically right now. They have so much business they can't even handle what they got now.
I guess I don't know. I just trying to think in the future that.
Oh yeah, I mean I would love it if they should expand. I mean they could actually be way more efficient and actually do more business. But
well, there must be a reason they don't because even like I don't know, a couple of them have done foreign offices, and I think they're just shipping kind of hubs. You ship them all to them, and they'll pony them over. Like there's a Canada office in the UK, and I don't think the grading's happening there.
No, it's got to be just a shipping.
It's just to get them to get us here. We'll drive them across the border and ship them. We'll send them in a truck. I don't know what they're doing, but it's just a shipping place.
They probably drive them over the border. I bet.
This is gonna be great. Go ahead.
So we have a little giveaway tonight, courtesy of Ben C, and it is for a limited
to comicbookinvest.com.
Correct. Limited to 500 copies from One Stop Shop. It's a variant. It is a book called Excellence #1. And if you don't win it tonight, there's a contest on the website right now. And it tells the story of a magician and his father. And they're a member of, terrible names, I apologize, Agace. It's a secret society of black magicians, and they're dedicated to bettering the lives of others. But the main character, Spencer, sees the system is broken and that it's in need of change. So he wants to fight for a better future. So he's going to see who will stand with him. And I don't know, I think the cover for that book's pretty cool.
Who's the publisher?
It's from One Stop Shop. It's a variant. The publisher, I don't know. Don't ask me these difficult questions on the spot with my slow internet.
Sorry, Paul. I thought you were the point man for this.
Oh, wait. I had the tab open.
Sita's laughing.
Image. It's an Image comic.
Image. No, okay.
So we got that contest going. So if you would like to win the book right now, if you didn't see the mountain of Stein comic books on his desk threatening to crash to the floor, first person to guess the correct number of how many Raws are sitting there will win the book.
On the right side only. You want to highlight it?
Prevalent.
This
Yeah,
stack right here.
yeah.
Right here.
How many? How many is it going to be, boys? This ought to be interesting.
Yeah, one stack,
One
Right
stack.
there.
but bangers.
You don't win the stack. You just win.
No, sorry. No free giveaways this time.
So,
Oh man, here we go.
do you guys just want to keep an eye on that?
42,
Um,
54.
If somebody
37.
guesses it, I'll stop it.
Okay.
real quick, I'm going to open up one of our packs here. I'm going to go a little bit quicker on this one. This is a 1986 Topps baseball pack, or I mean, Donruss baseball pack. This is the famed, when I was a kid going to baseball card shops, the 86 Donruss Jose Canseco. This is what the 86 Donruss year looks like. Roger Clemens.
I think
But-
you still got me. I was gonna say you got me presenting.
Oh, you're good.
No, guys, you can keep guessing.
So the 86 Donruss had the famed Jose Canseco rookie, which was like, I remember being a kid and seeing that it was like going for $100 in Beckett at the time and just being like, oh my God.
What does it go for now?
It doesn't go for hardly anything, but it's to me, that was the fun part of getting these packs, right? To try and get those cards that you chased as a kid.
86 it was like that year it was kind of starting to ramp up, and 87 is kind of where it just went to shit, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
you're exactly right. I think 86 was kind of the last year for almost everything across the board.
There's
Sport.
I love that 86 Topps.
Yeah.
and some of that stuff floating around.
So the 86 has the Jose Canseco rookie. I want to say, Jesus, Cecil Fielder rookie, and this is gonna be funny to everybody that I just said that. If I would have been a little looked at the back of this pack,
No.
but
Russell.
you win and you lose some. You know, that would have been a cool back of the pack, unopened pack thing. But Cecil Fielder, I mean, it's nothing crazy. But
Hey.
yeah, hey man, I was a Cecil Fielder fan, man.
Okay.
That guy was he was fun to watch. His kid was fun to watch. So
He could hit bombs.
yeah,
I
so
love that show, just counting.
if you remember, the Donruss had the Donruss
Puzzle
Diamond
piece.
puzzle pieces. Yeah,
Those
so
are cool.
there's the puzzle piece. And the first card, you gotta always love getting the first card on the top of the pack, being the first card in the set. It's a checklist.
Nice.
It's like a wasted card, but actually,
Mm,
the older cards
yes.
worth most of the money because they were always written on, right? So
Yep.
those early 60s, 70s, and behind, those checklists are worth good money. So
In high grade.
in high grade. John Shelby, an outfielder for the Baltimore Orioles. Frank Euphemia. Lee Mazzilli for the Pirates. Pat Sheridan. Oh, this is wonderful. Another checklist.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Double checklist.
Yeah, geez, man, I feel special. I think it's a curse.
You better package that one back up and send it back.
I know, man. UL Washington,
Man, I remember all these guys.
right?
Tom Hume.
Yep.
Love Tommy Hume.
There you go. Mark Bailey,
That's funny.
Dave Rozema. Oh, here we go. There's a nice card. Too bad it's, I mean, really not that crazy, but Jose Canseco.
Coverage.
I was like, that's an error.
You guys are all going to see why I said that.
Oh, nice.
Dude, that
Finally got the hit on the show, ladies and gentlemen.
It looks like it's centered too.
It is. It's nice and centered. Look at that.
I do remember that card now that I see it.
That. Oh man, there's our first hit on the show, guys.
Nice.
And not only that, you get the Cecil Felder rookie in the same pack.
Does that get the wax stain though?
It
Didn't look too bad.
looks really good. Look at that.
It didn't
Man.
look bad.
was a
You
hot
gonna
pack.
you gonna get the Conseco signature series?
That's
I
what
don't
two
No,
checklists.
but I gotta be honest. This is I'm really stoked about this, man. This card when I was growing up was the card everybody wanted. I mean, this was it. The cheesy mustache, the rated rookie. Donruss rated rookies, man, were the thing for a while. And
That McGuire Team USA.
oh yeah, the 85 Ole rookie. So,
Mhm.
ladies and gentlemen, here's our first hit on the show. First
How much are 10 still going for that?
Oh man, that's a good question, but it is really nicely centered.
I'll look.
Oh, it's got a little bit of some edge wear.
Oh, damn it.
Bummer. Look how nicely centered it is. I mean, maybe top to bottom a little bit, but side to side, that is really nice. But I'm definitely gonna keep it.
Wow.
That I would, I've always loved to have. This is kind of weird. I don't know if this is a bubble air. They call those little bubbles, like the floating printing airs, bubbles. But there's a perfect circle right next to the J in his name. Is that normal for anybody out there that knows about this Jose Canseco? Let me see if I can get it.
Yep.
Focus there. There you go. You can see it.
There's probably like a
No, it's not it's on this PSA 10 I'm looking for. There's no circle.
I mean, look at that. That's crazy. It's like perfectly
Yeah.
right there. So that I would probably get dinged for that, but I'm just super stoked. I mean, you can't go better than that.
Yeah, you're gonna get dinged for it. I'm looking at them now.
I was starting to feel bad.
Yeah, this is if you were gonna buy anything, to chase if you were gonna chase anything in the set, this is what you were chasing. This is the card from the 86 Donruss that you're gonna want to get. I don't think the Clemens is in there, but he had the early rookies. I think it might be a second year Clemens, right? Is that Ben? Is that right? Clemens was a rookie in 85. So yeah, it would have been a second year.
Yeah.
So just so everybody knows, they're going for 160 to 175 for a PSA 10. Roughly.
That's about what it was going for raw back in the day. So very cool, guys. So
nice.
There we go.
I'm glad you got your hit, man. That's cool.
Yeah. I'm pretty stoked, man. So all right, did anybody win that?
Yeah, how's our contest going?
Yeah, how's our contest going?
Everyone's disqualified.
Well, yeah, everybody get. I think I said way early 1 chance, and then
You want to go ahead and take me off presenting there, Dino?
I got you.
let me look here.
Can I guess?
Yeah, guess.
Because I don't even know.
Nobody hit the number.
Oh goodness. Let's see.
And we're not playing Price is Right rules, blue green. So
We
sorry.
gotta do something to give this thing
You can
away.
you can go over.
Guys in the chat, and we're 5 of them.
I'm gonna go. I see everybody went like mid-30s and stuff. I'm gonna go.
All right, so Frank Majano's no. Dennis, no. Ford, I swear I think Fordham guessed every number.
Well, Joe did too.
Straight 50.
Joe's just hoping he didn't get blown away in the tornadoes.
I'm just trying to look at who guessed what number so I can see what's going on.
It's at least $50.
Was anybody any close?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Everything's kind of around it.
Okay.
Other than 99 and 72, but everybody else is kind of around it.
Okay.
I wrote the number down here on this envelope on the back side, so just so everybody knows.
All right, Steve.
Shoot. I'm gonna go with this number. Let's see if anybody picked this number before I hit it. Okay, I'm gonna go with this number.
We should have known how many times has Ben roll his eyes during the podcast.
That's not funny.
We can't keep track of that. That's too much.
That's funny. I'm probably not even close.
Nope, you're high.
God.
I can't even figure out who's got the closest that only guessed one.
I thought it was closer to Dino's number, but I think maybe not, huh?
That's what I thought too.
All right, so let's just go with the first guesses here. Blue Green guessed 42. Dennis guessed 54.
Joe.
Give Joe a break. He's protecting
Just
his.
trying. He's working.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess it's gonna have to be Dennis as closest because everybody else, all their second and third and fourth guesses don't count. So,
Before this, I was gonna go with 60s. Oh, 40. God damn it.
So I was right. I said it was close to 50.
49.
Okay. Wow.
Nice.
So it looks like Dennis Hayes is gonna get it because
Okay.
He was
everybody
close.
else was not closer. And
So Dennis, shoot your info to Paul. We'll make him handle the problem and get your book to you.
No, Paul's already pawned it off.
Yeah. Fun. Yeah.
Did he pawn it off?
Paul put an email address in there.
admin@comicbookinvest.com. That goes.
Oh,
right
you cut.
to the powers
Well,
that be.
we should probably cut Paul out anyways. That's fine.
now
Yeah,
that being
no.
said, I want you to look at how many books are actually sitting on my desk.
It's gonna break. It's out of glass, right? You got a glass
Yeah,
desk? Oh,
this
goodness.
pile, and this pile are all from this week.
Jesus.
Dude, I know the feeling. I'm buried.
Yeah, but you're not that type of buried.
Yeah, you're not buried in gold.
He's got more variants on that desk than I have in my whole fucking collection.
Yeah, I'd say probably 90% of these are variants. Yeah, Robert, you guessed 48 as your fourth guess or something like that.
Hey, man, he was going for it.
There's only so many listeners, guys. There's so many.
Yeah, we're gonna try to. Maybe I'll go. I don't know. I'm gonna get some wax packs too. I should have picked some up at Motor City Comicon. There was
What
like,
was the book?
Talk about
what was
that,
the book again?
It was Excellence #1.
You could probably show it right there on the screen.
One-stop shop variant.
the exact opposite of Paul's problems.
I sent a link.
yeah. Just send me the link. I'll put it up right now.
I already did in the YouTube chat.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I'm on it, man.
No, you're not. No, you're not. The people want these things, Paul. Jeez, oh Pete. Right there, right?
Yeah, that's the one. 2 minutes.
That's the one.
It's a nice cover.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you click this, there it is. You can get your copy here at One Stop Shop Games. It looks just like this.
Look at this. Just guiding you right through the process.
That's what I do, buddy. That's what I do. Like 284 in stock. They got a stock number on this thing. So, no, it's cool.
All right.
All right.
Any Ghost Rider spec? That's the last
I
thing.
haven't seen any image store variants, have I?
Oh, what?
It's an image book with a store variant. I haven't seen a ton of that happening yet.
I haven't either.
Could be interesting.
I don't know what the print run was of this, but
500.
oh, that's not too bad.
They're not going to do any variant or store variants for Spawn 300, are they?
Oh, Scott just left. We were in 300.
Did you? What was it? Was it John Brown posting Farland in that damn Malibu Sun back image original art?
Yeah,
Who sent us that? Oh my god!
that was JB.
Wow.
He said it was laying on a table.
That
What is it?
that can't be right, right? That couldn't have been the original.
Yeah, it's original.
I mean, because there's a McFarlane Spider-Man cover, one of the just okay one, and that's going to be a 6-figure piece all day long.
I mean, he drew it. I mean, it's whatever.
You can draw another one, I guess, right?
Theoretically.
So, what's the story on the Spawn 300? Who paid attention?
Scott
I just saw that they had that there were going to be a bunch of variants, but he's only allowing
If they're
like
in the
seven,
interior.
like seven guys to do it. I mean, like Campbell,
Snyder,
and
Capullo.
Capullo, Snyder. I don't know what Snyder's going to do. I guess he'll just write a story about it or something.
I
But
thought they had to be people contributing to the interior. Is what I read.
but I don't think he's going to do any store variants for it. I think it's going to all be just
So No, Capullo. So yeah, Capullo will return to Spawn for the first time in 18 years to draw pages inked by McFarlane. McFarlane himself will also draw some pages, and basically, so this whole thing is a collaboration of you have to draw pages on the inside to get a shot on the outside.
Huh.
So
It's interesting.
So yeah, so some of them it's going to be Scott Snyder, Jason Sean Alexander, who's the current Spawn artist, fan favorite J. Scott Campbell, Jerome Opeña.
Pena might be nice.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
So this is what Capullo. Here, I'll just go on comic. This is on comicbook.com. Actually, I don't know if anybody's actually read this article or not, but he has some pictures on there too. So, so that is so he has a Greg Capullo like image. I don't know if that's actually what's going to be inside the comic, but he has an interior OA. Looks like on the actual website. It's on comicbook.com. Actually, I don't know if we.
That some of these indie books are hitting the numbers they're hitting. I mean, hitting 300 is amazing to me.
Yeah,
That's a accomplishment.
Yeah, it is. Well, and to be still relevant, because I mean, Savage Dragon's still going, and it's probably going to hit 300, but nobody even pays attention to that.
You know what? Don't discount it though. Still, to be going through the comic boom and the comic death and come back, that's still impressive. That you have even enough readership to keep it alive. And we all know Spawn had a few years that was pretty fucking lean.
Yeah.
well, I mean that's what was it 100s where all the variants were like really low. Was it 170s?
And it was 100s, early 200s.
Did Spawn ever? What was the biggest collection of Spawn? Is there a compendium? I'm just throwing.
Not sure. I mean, Spawn really picked back up at 250s when like people were starting to build back at that number.
Deluxe edition.
I mean,
There was a compendium, volume 1.
Yeah, you go through back issue bins, you'll see a bunch all the way up to 100, and then you see 255 and up, and that's it. There's nothing in between.
Mm-hmm.
And other than Savage Dragon, and let's give Invincible that 150 number, 144 being a pretty impressive one. There aren't many that do that.
Where's Walking Dead at?
It's at 190.
Yeah, they're getting ready to be 200.
But I mean, it is a small number. And I mean, Spawn has been a mostly monthly title. It's not been weekly. It's not kicked it up any.
Mm-hmm.
Probably less than monthly.
Have they ever even missed a month?
I'm sure they had to at this point just to hit 300. Because I mean, Walking Dead's caught up to 200.
I don't know.
I guarantee they've missed a week.
But I mean, how many books even breathe those kind of numbers?
Yeah.
Not many. I mean, you have to go to some of those obscure characters that have had 5 or 6 reboots at 5 or 6 companies, and they still maybe don't hit 100.
Well, and like you said, it's like having the writers, because McFarlane stepped away, right? Theoretically, I mean, he let other people like take over, which is kind of a big thing too. I mean, that's a gamble in itself, and and then having the storyline to flesh out the 300 is amazing too. I mean,
hey man, Gold Digger's almost to 300.
Well.
Hell, how many mainstream titles can do that many issues? Not a lot.
Nope.
I mean, look at Fantastic Four. No one cares about that.
Well, they've hit it, but fuck.
I mean, yeah. So
I don't know. Props to him. He seems to have fucking fun doing it. So enjoy the Godfather.
Yep.
He's having a lot. If you watch some of his interviews where he's talking to people, or he just does his Facebook thing where he does a sketch and he's just talking to his fans, you can really tell he's having fun. And on top of all the movie stuff that supposedly is going on.
For as douchey as some of the other original Image guys are, he's doing pretty well.
He is.
So, props. Congrats. Enjoy.
I guess we're gonna close it out. Paul, you got a problem? You gonna roll problems, or you're on mute, but it's okay.
I'll see if it's a good one.
Okay.
I love that he just follows.
love he's got a book where he's written them all down.
Dude, it's for his birthday. I'm gonna make him I'm gonna have him send me that book, and I'll make him like a coffee table version of it.
We need to get like a special variant, somebody to do a variant and have Paul's Problems be the cover.
On a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles blank cover.
Yeah.
Calling Dan Piercy.
Dan Piercy, let's go, brother.
The only appropriate artist at this point.
I'm gonna hold off for a week.
Okay.
No problem.
Anticipation.
Oh goodness, it's like Game of Thrones out here. All right. So we're gonna kill it, I guess, if everybody's in agreement. We are gonna go next Monday. Maybe I'll have my CGC submission by then. They're gonna they got it off graded, so it's finalized and getting shipped. So
Next Monday is Memorial Day.
Okay. So scratch that. Maybe it might be Monday. Maybe we take our first ever break and not have a podcast. I don't know. Maybe we'll go Tuesday.
It'd be a very hungover Memorial Day podcast.
I mean, so basically nothing changes because it's like every what's the difference? He's actually talking about other things. All right, boys. I'm gonna cut it. So see you guys next week.
And first hits, boys. First hits.
Nice.
I like it. And before we go, Robert Fordham says, "What's the figure in the behind Paul right there?" Oh, that's up.
I asked the Mondo Mikey. I showed him off last time. The Mondo's, there was a package deal. So I got Mikey. I almost bought all four, not this time, but back when they came out. So package deal. So next time I'm gonna have a lava rock lamp like Ben Stein.
Hey man,
all in good time.
That if you get that, you get crazy variants. All right, boys. We'll see everybody next week.
All right, see you.
Adios all.